the things that I have seen in the model making world, and especially when it comes to Dieselpunk, come here. It is daggone amazing, guys.
Are you hip to the jive? Yeah. Are you hip to the jive? Are you
All right, and 3, 2, 1. Hey gang, it's Tony here from Unpacking Dieselpunk, and today I've got an episode. This is episode number 7, so let's jump right into it. But the way that we always start everything off is I like to share with you the definition of Dieselpunk that I've chosen that gives you a better idea of where I may be coming from, and here it is. Dieselpunk is a method of creativity that combines the historic style of the mid-1910s through about the mid-1950s with elements of sci-fi, fantasy, or horror. So let's jump right into it. So today I want to talk with you about the model making community that is a part of Dieselpunk. So the question that I want to pose to you is model making to Dieselpunk like cosplay is to steampunk? Is model making to Dieselpunk just like cosplay is to steampunk? And where I'm going with this, you may have seen in a previous episode where we talked about why steampunk seems like it's actually that much more engaging, and the subgenre is growing more so than Dieselpunk, and especially with its level of engagement, with its festivals and teas and the things that they have. And then I started seeing that there's a whole tribe of Dieselpunk fans that actually are coming in from the model making pathway. And then I started thinking about, I see some similarities with that flavor of Dieselpunk. So let's have a conversation here, because I want to see if you guys think I'm off, if I'm crazy, or if I'm spot on, or if I'm onto something. Not on something, but onto something. But here's what I was thinking about. So I've seen Dieselpunk. These are what I call Dieselpunk's tribes. And this is what I've discovered, at least these past few, I'm going to say about 7 years, but I've seen at least 3 major, now there's some smaller ones, but at least 3 major platforms, I like to call them tribes, of Dieselpunk. And no matter how you got here, I figure that you come in through one of these tribes. Either the literary tribe of Dieselpunk. That's those of you guys, kind of like some of my friends who are writers and have really fallen in love with the genre and really get their Dieselpunk fix from reading. Especially you may have gotten your start from Pulp Fiction and the old school pulp magazines or pulp books, but you came in through the literary tribe. Then there's those of us, like myself, that came through the motion picture tribe. And we were the ones that found out that we fell in love with the Dieselpunk genre, especially through movies like Sky Captain and The World of Tomorrow. And one of my favorites is Captain America, the First Avenger. And of course, Raiders of the Lost Ark and Indiana Jones. So we really, really get our Dieselpunk fix from motion pictures and films. And then I started thinking about, man, you know what? Well, actually, I came across some phenomenal folks, kind of like Brian, you guys over there in the Weird World War II group, that love tabletop games, and they are really into model making. The cool thing about the model making flavor of Dieselpunk is that it does a few things. It is really engaging, it is really hands-on, and it's the closest thing to being there. And so again, I love the fact, and those of you that have come through the literary tribe, you will always love your the written word of Dieselpunk. Those of us that love Dieselpunk based movies, they're we always are trying to find them. They're so hard to uncover and hard to find, but we still love them when we do see them. And we got our old favorites that we watch over and over and over again because there's not a whole lot of them. The cool thing though with the you guys that are coming through the Dieselpunk tribe, which is model making. I mean, you take that thing, it's the closest thing to actually stepping back in time and being right there in front of these things that we love because it's literally, in our hands. And so the great thing that I've seen about that model making community, especially when it comes to that Dieselpunk flavor, is that they get to do a lot, not only just the hands-on, but it is a true community where they take it offline and they have a lot of events and conventions that they go to where they get to showcase the work that they do. And so that's what really reminded me of how Steampunk, I call Steampunk our cousins. And so a lot of folks came through Steampunk through the literary stuff that they read first, and some of the stuff that they may have seen on screen, but it really has exploded, especially with cosplay. And you think about it, that's their version of taking that genre that they love and making it hands-on because it's not anything that they are reading anymore or watching anymore, but they're physically putting it on, and they are getting together and engaging and building community off the screen and in the real world. And I'm seeing a lot of similarities with that and our model making brethren. So what do you think? Do you think that this is a stretch here, or are you picking up what I'm putting down? Are you seeing what I'm seeing as well too? I want to hear back from you and your comments. But again, love the fact that I've just kind of stumbled into the world, actually have been reintroduced to the world of model making, but especially this take on the world of model making, where it is super crazy because of the fantastic stuff that I've seen. Now, here's the things that I think are really allowing it to really explode now. First of all, kit bashing is one thing. And if you don't know what that term is, I discovered it by accident a few years ago, but it's basically where you take a pre-produced model kit and you just open that sucker up and you bash it. You pick out all the pieces that you like and you put it together with something else, whether it's, I've done household items along with stuff that's actually from an actual model, and you just kind of Frankenstein that whole thing and you create something that has, never existed before. And the great thing that we're able to do with it is we're able to give it that Dieselpunk flair. But the biggest thing that has taken it to the next level, and you know what I'm going with this, is the world of 3D printing, where basically you can create anything and able to print that sucker out. And so the sky's the limit as far as your imagination could go. And those model makers, you guys that are model making brethren in this world of Dieselpunk, I salute you, men and women that are doing that, because it is some phenomenal stuff that you're doing. And I love the fact that you are getting together and showing it off and, building community where you are just hanging out and showing the things that you create. So I want to turn it back over to you. Tell me what you think about this. Do you see the similarities between at least cosplay and what it's done for steampunk, and how it allows steampunk to actually go to another level, especially with engagement, and how model making is that kind of bringing what we love and we've imagined on the written page and on the screen and bringing it into the real world where it's even hands-on And then we are actually able to get together and have conventions and just engage and build community just like cosplay. So what do you think? Post your comments, post your ideas, post your thoughts here. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.